Alabama puts in their 10th undefeated season in program history tonight, winning against Auburn 30-12 in the 81st edition of the Iron Bowl. Also the third undefeated season under Alabama head coach Nick Saban.
Regular season.
They
still got work to do.
That is true. They do have work to do. We learned that tonight from Nick Saban. The job is not done. But when you look at this performance from this team, we'll start with the Alabama offense. Wearing down this Auburn defense, it was very obvious. First half, defensive warfare. Second half, totally different offense from Alabama, making those adjustments. Time of possession, though, Auburn, less than 20 minutes. Time of possession on offense, big factor there. What did you see from this team tonight?
Yeah, 40 minutes of possession for the Alabama offense. And listening to Nick Saban afterwards, he didn't like the first half game plan so much. He liked the second half game plan a lot better, where they ran the ball. They especially ran the ball with the tailbacks. They did that very, very little in the first half. And I think he would like to see more of that going forward from Lane Kiffin. But there's always that creative tension between Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin. It's part of what's made them so good and why they are right back in the thick of the national championship hunt, going to the SEC championship game.
Auburn starting Jeremy Johnson at quarterback, just unable to get anything going. Obviously, Daniel Carlson coming out and putting the only points on the board for this Auburn team. A big component of them being able to get down the field was not the offense, it was special teams. It was of course, the defense, getting 2 interceptions from your freshman there. What did you see from this Auburn offense, or what did you not see?
I didn't see much. They were colder than I feel right now, standing here late at night in Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1 first down and 31 yards of offense in the entire first half. That is inexcusable. And I know Alabama's got the best defense in the country, but that's still inexcusable. It is inexcusable that Gus Malzahn and Rhett Lashley have still failed to develop a backup quarterback in which they have any confidence. When Jeremy Johnson takes the first snap and Chandler Cox takes the second snap, you know, again, it's all trickery and deceit, and you can't beat Alabama that way. They couldn't even move the ball against Alabama that way. They've got to figure something out going forward.
Okay, Nick Saban said after this football game, you cannot fall in love with what you just did. You have to look ahead. It's always about the process. It's always about that next thing. For Alabama, it's Florida. But in order to contend, obviously to contend for another national championship, do you think this Alabama team, despite being banged up right now, like most teams at this time of year, is poised to make a run at another national championship right now?
Well, certainly. They are the best team in college football. There's no question, but they're not perfect. They have flaws. Jalen Hurts continues to turn the ball over. That doesn't hurt you against an Auburn offense that can only muster 1 first down in the entire first half. But when you get up against somebody like, Ohio State or Clemson again, or someone like that in the playoff, that could come back to bite you. That's something they've got to improve on, is better ball handling, not giving the ball to the other team. Because I guarantee you, there will be other offenses they will see between now and the national championship game that will be able to take advantage of it far better than this Auburn team could.
And now Gus Malzahn completing his 4th season, almost completing. Obviously, we don't know where Auburn will land yet in terms of bowls, but when you look at the big picture for Auburn and where they've come, a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys for this team, a lot of really highs, a lot of really lows for this team. Where do you think they are in terms of his 4th season as the head coach here at Auburn?
Well, they made some improvement from last year, which should have been a requirement given how bad they were last year. They're not to where they were in 2013. So the real problem is you want to make sure Kevin Steele comes back, first of all, because the defense was outstanding. It was consistently strong all year long, and you can only play defense for so long before the dam breaks, and that's what we saw again tonight. What they've really got to figure out is the offense, and that's supposed to be Gus Malzahn's forte. Like I said earlier, still no backup quarterback they have any confidence in. Basically 1 running back, and Cameron Petway wasn't himself tonight, so without him, they were a shell of the offense that won 6 straight games. They've got to figure out something on that side of the ball to contend for a championship going forward.
He's Kevin Scarbinsky. I'm Lauren Sisler. Thank you so much for watching, and for all of your Alabama and Auburn updates, you can visit us on AL.com.